Welcome back, everybody. I'm the 792, and today we are going to be playing the Stanley Parable. Might have not said that last word right, but whatever. End is never. The end is never. The end is loading. Nuh. Loading. Nuh. My favorite game. Nuh. So you might be wondering, what? This is a weird game for you to be playing. Well, my brother recently just linked both of our Steam accounts together, and with like the family thing, I basically get all the games he owns, and that is pretty cool. The same applies to the Xbox One. Though it's a little better on the Xbox One, since I actually do own games he doesn't own, like Shovel Knight and stuff. Because on Steam,
This
like,
is the
I
story
basically
of a
just get
man
all the
named
free games.
Stanley.
Alright, let's watch the story.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor.
That's how I
type,
well,
telling him what
I'm a
buttons
fast
to
packer.
push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what
How did
employee
this guy not get
427
fired if he
every
types that
day
slowly?
of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright. Guess we just move around.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Come on, I want to copy my buck cheeks. Come on.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh man, look at that Windows 95. That's some new shit right there. Shiz. Okay, I'll stop swearing in these videos. Oh man, look at that pencil sharpener. Not plugged into anything. I guess it's just running on double A's. Mail. Can't open it. Okay, one of these doors have. No, that door is open.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I see where this game's going. Should I follow the story, or should I alter it a little? You know, I saw an achievement where you can beat this game in like 4 minutes. So, I'm gonna guess you can actually like beat this game really fast. So I'm gonna guess if you choose an alternate path, like that's how you did it, but let's just do it the right way. The way the story wants me. Reminds me of Half-Life a little bit. feel like zombies are gonna like pop out and they'll freaking like brain things. I don't know. I don't really play Half-Life that much, but
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
oh man, I can't even alter it because there's no freaking dry erase markers. Rest in peace, Franz. Everyone is unique. You most of all. You most of all. Oh boy, I'm the most unique. No, I'm the most unique. No, I'm the most unique. Oh, I'm most unique than any of you. Oh yeah? Well, my unique is gonna kick your butt. Just gotta love emotional speech that you can alter. My God, a door I can open.
Stanley stepped into the
wire.
broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Am I altering this? Because I didn't exactly
There was nothing
turn
here.
around.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an
Shut up,
empty
narrator.
broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Maybe I wanted to look at the tools, like that wrench. Or that wrench. Those
It was
pliers.
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Or that
He wasn't
stapler
even
gun.
doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is,
Alfred,
he's
shut
literally
up!
just standing there doing sweet FA.
Cardboard box. Wire.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I like dicking with you. There's your answer. That
You do
tape
realize
says
there's no
nothing.
choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
I
never
want
would
to see
thought
what's
to
on that
mention
top shelf. Maybe something in that pipe. That light looks pretty suspicious.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with
Fuck you,
drug money.
narrator.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, that last one's not so bad.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well,
that
in
why
a
I keep
situation
moving
like
around?
this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I wonder if I step out in the hallway, I'd be like, okay, good, a living person or some is at the keyboard now. Stanley kept walking down the hallway. Alright, I'm gonna wait here for another minute. If nothing happens, I'll just leave. 30 seconds. Still nothing's happened. Five, four, three, two, one. Alright.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, but you didn't say don't walk. Stanley didn't walk backwards up the stairs. Oh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Can't find the fucking thing.
Two, 845.
Well, it's not on the keyboard, so what do I do? Oh, okay.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, I'm gonna take a guess of what this is. This is like a Truman Show type thing, and I'm really on a TV set. I'm calling it. Okay, you can go downstairs, or you can go down the really dark, creepy hallway. No? Okay, I got a feeling there's something down there I probably don't want to see right now, so I'm just gonna go down the not threatening at all elevator.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Hey, what if I walk backwards? If this light is on, call 914 immediately. Hey, if I find a phone or something, maybe I should write that down. Duh. All I got is just broken pencils. I use a pen. My worst nightmare. Alright, mind control. The computer, gotta type in Chronos.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, I do, because I'm not Stanley.
Now
Security
the
cameras.
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
There we go.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Dismantle the controls. Okay, maybe I shouldn't go up the stairs, but how do you... Don't push the red button. Only because you can't. I want to push the red button. Well, turning off the power is a way.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's
If they
grasp?
disappeared, it didn't
What
really
other
matter.
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth
Now
knowing.
we get to have a Lord of the Rings
Stanley
adventure.
stepped through the open door.
Elijah Wood, I'm coming!
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
It's just so sad.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, that ending sucked. If that is the ending. Well, I'm gonna guess there's like a trillion different endings you could do. Start in here again? Ah, I guess the game just restarts from just that. Well, that's gonna end it here for today. I'm gonna make other parts with different endings. Probably starting with going down the right side of the door instead of the left. That has been the Stanley, whatever that third word was. I'm the Thriller 792. Goodbye, everybody.
Have you begun?
Hello, YouTube. I am the Thriller 792, and welcome back to another The Thriller Gaming. Today we are going to be playing Dota 2, and here with me as special guest is Commander Wolf 4, aka the Wolfcast 64, aka the Phoenix.
I only made it to like maybe the 5th or 8th level at best. So let's just get started. This game is pretty much the same, some differences. Like, I think the graphics are a little bit better, and I don't think it's as glitchy as it used to be. Also, you can collect stars apparently.